Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about Azure Data Factory and how we can have a source control in place in Azure Data Factory via GitHub by Azure Made Simple. The topics that we would be covering today are overview, what are the advantages of Git integration when working with Azure Data Factory, and then followed by live demonstration. Moving ahead, overview. As we all know, Git is a type of version control system. Generally, if you are from a development background, you will be knowing that if we are a team working on a project, it's best that individual works on different feature branch and then merge it so that the code are properly checked in and version control is maintained. Hence, here, to provide a better authoring experience, Azure Data Factory allows us to configure a Git repository either with Azure Repos or GitHub. In today's session, we'll be covering it, how we can integrate it with GitHub. Now, by default, Azure Data Factory provides a user experience and you can directly author it against the Azure Data Factory service. So anything, whatever we are building, we have to publish it and it gets published in the Azure Data Factory service. Now this has some limitation. The limitations are Data Factory service doesn't include a repository for storing the JSON entities for your changes. And say for example, if you want to save the changes, you have to publish it and then only you can save the changes. So say for example, if you're working on a pipeline and today you have finished half, and if you want to save your progress, it will not allow you to save the progress until the validation is successful. Hence this is one of the major limitation. Second, this is not optimized when we are working in a collaborated environment, and this does not has a version control. Moving ahead, what are the advantages of Git integration? First and foremost, source control. What it provides? It provides us the ability to track and audit changes and also to revert the changes that might have introduced bugs in the already functioning pipeline. Partial saves. As we just discussed, if we have made a progress on one of the pipeline development, if I want to continue tomorrow, and if I have it integrated with either Azure Repo or GitHub, it provides me an option to save the progress, and on the very next day we can pick from where we had finished and start working on it. It also provides collaboration and control. So say for example, if you're working on a multiple team members contributing to the same data factory, we may want to let our teammates collaborate with each other via code review process. So how it will work? We can add in rules, and whenever if one team member is checking in the progress in the pipeline, the other members can review it and then merge the same. Moving ahead, it also provides better CI/CD. Say for example, if we have multiple environments, which normally is case everywhere, at least you'll be having development stage or prod, or at least two different environments. This certainly provides an edge towards it, and it will also help to make the movement from one environment to the other easier. Better performance. Last but not the least, an average factory with Git integration loads 10 times faster than one authoring against the data factory service. So this is definitely a performance improvement, right? Moving ahead towards the live demonstration. So as we can see, this is the home page of the Azure Data Factory. Now we can set up the code repository in two ways. Either through the home page, set up a code repository, or we can go to the pipeline and then we can set up the code repository. One prerequisite, what I have done already is I have created a Git repo with name as ADF Git Integration Demo. We'll be trying to integrate it. This is a fresh repo, nothing has been checked in. So we'll be linking it with the pipeline that I have made in the previous session that we have seen. So currently, as you can see, there is a data factory service and it gives an option of setting up the code repository. And also what we can see, if I want to save anything, I don't see a save button in the menu bar. Only I can publish and validate. So now what I'll do, I'll click the source repository. Now enter Git repository information to be associated with the data factory. Here it gives me an option. Depending on the selection of option, the other parameters would vary. This time we are going with GitHub. I select GitHub. I have a GitHub account. I don't have a GitHub enterprise server. There's a possibility if you're working with an organization, they might have a GitHub enterprise server installed, and you can select that. Now here what I'll do, I'll just enter my GitHub name. So it will ask me to log into the GitHub. And when you log in, it will ask you to authorize the data factory. And this is how it looks. So Azure Data Factory will be asking the permission to access the repository so that we can have this linked. But before authorizing this access, I'll quickly show you one more thing. So if we see here in my Git repository, in the applications, I don't have any apps which have the authorization for OAuth, right? So now what I'll do, I'll authorize the data factory now. So I'll click on authorize. It will redirect me, right? And currently we see no application present. I'll just refresh it quickly. So as soon as we authorize, we can see that Azure Data Factory pops up here, right? Now what we can do, after this, we'll be able to see the Git repositories that we have. So this is the new Git repo that I have created specifically for this particular session. So now what we have seen, we need to select the repository type, right? Either it can be Azure DevOps or GitHub. Then a GitHub account, a repo name. This is, I have created a new one. You can also use the existing one. Now a collaboration branch. So collaboration branch is the branch from where you'll publish the pipelines. So that is the collaboration branch. This as we can see in the info icon as well, this branch will be used for publishing. By default it is master. Change in the case if you don't want master to be the collaboration branch. Root folder, I'll just keep it as it is. Now the question is, as we have seen, we already have a web activity in the existing pipeline. So if I'll not select this option which says import existing data factory resources to the repository, it will not import the web activity that is already present in the pipeline. Okay, so I'll keep it checked. Now here the option is branch to import resources into. So which resources? The resources which we might have created when we were working in the data factory, in data factory mode. Now we are moving to GitHub, right? So we want all the resources that we have created. It can be copy activity, data sources, link services, key vaults, etc., right? Those to be moved. So here I have the option either to use the collaboration branch, create a new one, or the existing one. It's up to you. You can create any one. So for now I'll be using collaboration branch itself. Now what I'll do, I'll use this. So what it says, fail to create master branch repository, reason fail to create new branch. Please make sure the repository is initialized in the GitHub. GitHub is empty. Okay, so the problem is that I have created a new repository but I haven't initialized it. So what I'll do, I'll quickly initialize it so that we can overcome this error. Yeah, so what I've done, I have initialized the branch. I'll try to apply it again. So it checks whether the branch is, sorry, the repo is already initialized or not. So now the integration is successful, and as we can see, as soon as the Git repo is linked with Azure Data Factory, it will ask us to select the working branch, right? So maybe what I can do is I can either use the existing branch, that is master, right, or I can create a working branch. Here I'll leave it as it is, master. But there is one point to be noticed. We can see there is a branch named ADF underscore publish, right, which says is not editable, and we haven't created it, right? So we'll discuss about that as well. But for now, we'll just keep master as it is, and I'll save it. Now the changes that is visible. Firstly, now we can see that there is an option of saving. Previously, we just had an option of either data factory and then publish and then validate, but in now we have option of saving it. Now what I'll do, I'll just copy one more, right? And firstly, okay, my bad, let me try to create a new branch. I'll create a new branch. I'll save all, I'll discard all the changes. I'll create a new branch as uh, feature branch. Okay, I'll save it. So now we have a master branch from where we want to publish, and we have a feature branch. Now as a developer, every developer ideally should have a feature branch or a Jira based branch, whichever module they're working or building on. And once that is done, they should merge it to master, and then it should be either deleted or kept depending upon how the process is implemented. Now what I'll do, I'll just create a copy of this web activity. In this web activity, I'll just write web activity 2. I'll change the setting as google.com. Okay, now I have option of saving, right? So now I can save it. So as you can see, it is currently saving, right? So this is success. Now I'll try to run it. Let us see if it's working. Okay, so it is in progress. It will also be completed. Okay, so it has succeeded, right? Now quickly what we'll check what is there in the master branch. So if I just select master branch from here, we don't see the second web activity that we just created in the feature branch, right? Let's go back. We'll be able to see both the web activities. Now, so say for example, I am working on a task. Now I am done and I want to merge it. Now I have successfully tested it on my feature branch and now I want to merge it. So what I'll do, I'll just create a pull request from here. Or even if you want to publish from here, so say for example, there's a developer, and being a developer, I am thinking I'll publish directly. So what it will do, publish is only allowed from collaboration branch currently, that is master branch, right? Merge the changes to the master. As soon as we'll click this, it will open the GitHub from that is being linked with the Azure Data Factory, and as we can see, it is asking us to merge the feature branch to the master branch, right? Also, I'll like to show you one more thing. Okay, so currently we can see that there are only two branches. One is the master, that is the default branch, and one is my feature branch that I had created. But remember, we had seen ADF underscore publish also, right? But we are not able to see it here. Let's try to merge it first. What I'll do, I'll just create a pull request. I'll just merging feature to master. Okay, I'll create a pull request. Now here, when we are working with a larger team, what we can do, whenever a developer is raising a pull request, we can add different kind of rules on the branches so that merge pull requests can be done only after the code review. So this type of process can be implemented within the data factory ETL development when we're merging it with Git. So now I'll merge it. Okay, so this is merged. Yeah, so this is successful. Now what I'll see, I'll just press OK. And let us check what is there in the master branch. So ideally both the web activity should be there because we have merged it successfully. Yes. So now we can see in the master branch we have both the web activities because I was able to successfully merge the changes to the master, right? Now quickly let's check whether it's running fine or not. Okay, it's running fine. Okay. What I'll do, I'll try to publish. Since master branch is the collaboration branch, right? How we can check that? If we see in the Git configuration, right? We have the GitHub account, we have the repo type that we created, we have the repo name, we have the collaboration branch, and there is a publish branch which we were not able to see, or which is currently not present in the Git, right? So what we can do, we can go back and we'll try to publish it now. So now it says it's publishing, it's gathering all the new changes from the collaboration branch, that is the web activity 2, and it is trying to publish. Okay, so it gives us the pending changes, right? As we can see, the publish branch is ADF publish, right? This branch in your repository. Now what is publish branch? Publish branch is a branch in a repository where publishing related ARM templates are stored and updated, right? Currently, since we haven't published it, we are not able to say. So ideally, once this publish is successful and it is deployed, we should be able to see the details. Okay, so there is only one change that we had made. So if there are more resources that we have changed, say for example data sets, flow, or integration runtime, that they would have been appeared here. So I'll just press OK. Now it's deploying changes to the factory, right? That is publishing. So let's wait. Okay, I'll keep on refreshing here. Yeah, so as we can see, now we are able to observe that there are new branches, that is ADF publish, right? And here we see publishing completed. And now the second activity that is happening is it is generating ARM templates, and that is also successful. So I'll just close it. So what we had done is we had created a GitHub repo, we have connected it with Azure Data Factory, we carved out a new branch, added a new resource, tested it, merged it with master, again tested it, and then published. As soon as we publish, we see that after publishing there was a branch created automatically which we cannot edit, that is the ADF publish branch, and after that there were certain ARM templates that were created. And if we can go ahead and see what's there in ADF, okay, this is initialized by data factory. So data factory itself created this, right? And we don't have the option to edit it from data factory at least. So what it had done is it had created the ARM templates, that is all the resources JSON format, link templates, global template, parameter template, and so on. As you can see, this is the ADF instance name, right? And different parameters and the resources. So in the resources object, it has web activity 1 and web activity 2. So if we are going with CI/CD type of implementation, we can use this ARM template, or even if you want to import it, you can utilize this ARM template and publish it to a new Azure Data Factory in some other environment. So now we can say that we are able to successfully integrate GitHub with Azure Data Factory. We can publish, we can have code-based review process in place through GitHub and integration, and we have tested it. This was the Agenda for the live demonstration for today's session, that was creation of a Git integration, merging the existing resources, creating a feature branch and publishing it, and seeing how it can be done, authorizing GitHub access to Azure Data Factory, and finally we tested it. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.